Welcome to the WrestleTalk News. I'm Pete Quinnell. Last night was AEW's Full Gear 2023, where Adam Cole made his return, still on crutches of course, to be by the side of MJF during his Ring of Honor Tag Title defense and AEW World Title defense. Though after MJF was injured in the former of the two matches, it looked like we might be seeing Cole step in to replace MJF, despite the one-leggedness of it all. But it seems one person wasn't too thrilled with this development, that being Adam Cole's actual partner Britt Baker, who posted on X saying, "This is crazy, because this man told me the reason he's not loading the dishwasher is because he can't stand for very long." What we are witnessing is miraculous, folks. You've been found out there, Adam. Back on dishwashing duties for you, mate. The sheer ridiculousness of a one-legged Cole stepping in to replace MJF in the show's main event was something that Baker was not alone in her displeasure over. All you have to do is jump on X or Reddit and read through a sea of comments to catch the wave of displeasure surrounding the entire thing. As pointed out by Kylie of Fightful Overbooked on X, who funnily enough pointed out the overbooked nature of the entire match, saying, "Y'all, that was the biggest bunch of nonsense AEW has concocted in years. MJF versus Jay White is a home run singles match that would have killed it, but now Jay White has lost to an injured MJF after multiple shots to cheat to win." Not even mentioning the Adam Cole shenanigans. On Reddit, in the Full Gear discussion thread, user The Dummy seconded this opinion, saying that main event was some of the most nonsensical bullshit this company has ever produced. This sentiment was shared by Grapsity's Phil Lindsay, who called out Max's one-legged dismantling of Bullet Club Gold, calling it all unnecessary. I mean, sure, we can all agree that ahead of Full Gear, none of us really expected Jay White to beat MJF, not this close to the bidding war of 2024 and not this close to World's End in Long Island, New York, but still, was that the real answer to casting doubt on the outcome? For some, the only thing this angle actually accomplished was burying former IWGP Heavyweight Champion Jay White. Fandres123 on Reddit said, "I can't shake the feeling that the leg thing just makes Jay White look weak as shit. If there had to be a leg injury, it should have happened in the match." While T-Mads on Reddit called out AEW for burying White's prior accomplishments by allowing him to be beaten by an injured MJF, saying he had a ring, a title belt, 2 goons against a guy that wasn't cleared until the last second with an injured guy that recently came out of injury by his side, and he lost. This was the type of stuff that led to AEW existing in the first place. Hope everyone is reminded of that. AEW adopting a more WWE approach, the very product that AEW initially aspired to counter in the first place, was something others pointed out the hypocrisy in. Trevor Dame took to X to question the current identity of the product. AEW's problem is they want to please everybody. You can argue that doing different things for different segments is the smart move, but too often you instead get this tonal whiplash. The identity of the company is completely confused, if a distinctive one exists at all now. This kind of sports entertainment shenanigans was something that, according to Reddit user Thedure, was reminiscent of MJF's mentor and WWE superstar Cody Rhodes during his own time in AEW, saying that was the most 2021 Cody Rhodes main event ever. All of that melodramatic overbooking bullshit just so Jay White can go 20 minutes with and lose to a guy with one leg. So, what do you all think? Were you a fan of the angle, or did it leave a sour taste in your mouth for the show overall? Let us know in the comments below.
I was a champion. Turbo Jack. Oh, hi there. Sorry, I was just reliving my former glory days back when I was a champion. But I'm not anymore, and that's okay. So I'm going to read you the wonderful Pledgehammer Patreon shoutouts for WrestleTalk. The Posh Squash that loves to mosh, Josh Martin, Double L, Liam Leonard, Evan Hodgie Podgett, Margie Podgett, Madman, Matthew Allen, Abominable Michael Allen, Super Kid, Nick Mazesco, Ryan Disco, Stewart, Thomas the Prize Hooker, Solar Zano. Where there's a Will, there's a Will Campbell, and the $100 Man CDO. You can get your own Patreon shout out by going to patreon.com/WrestleTalk. I need those sign-ups because then I can get me a real belt again as opposed to this polyester thing.
With Baker clearly preferring that Cole would have remained off the Full Gear card, there is another AEW star that would have very much enjoyed that little bit of pay-per-view time, that being Andrade El Idolo. Posting to X ahead of Full Gear, Andrade pointed out the rather startling fact that since his arrival in the company in June 2021, he's only wrestled twice on pay-per-view, that being at Full Gear 2021 in a tag match featuring he and Malachi Black against Cody Rhodes and Pac, and his second at Revolution 2022, where he teamed with Matt Hardy and Isaiah Cassidy against Sting, Darby Allin, and Sammy Guevara. Guevara. While the tweet seemed like it carried the air of frustration, Andrade would put a positive spin on it, saying, 2.5 years and 2 pay-per-views, but today is a great pay-per-view, you can't miss it. I love wrestling. Hashtag anti-pay-per-view, hashtag not single match, hashtag AEW Full Gear. Then, in response to a fan that said he was sorry for El Idolo, he would respond saying, sorry for what? No, I have to work harder. While it's nice to see Andrade using it as positive reinforcement, if he's being serious, to get onto the next pay-per-view card, one must remember the fact that his AEW contract is indeed up in 2024, so maybe if things don't change, he could reunite with his wife Charlotte in WWE. I mean, he's hinted at it in the past, so let's see how this one plays out. One man who shut down any and all speculation surrounding a potential WWE move at last night's Full Gear was Will Ospreay. Tony Khan's big mystery was in fact the man that is actually still signed to New Japan through February 2024. While this was a surprise to many, it seems as if this allowance of Ospreay to sign ahead of time is down to AEW and New Japan being best friends for life and all that. Speaking at the post-Full Gear media scrum, Khan revealed that discussions with New Japan regarding Ospreay signing at Full Gear were only recently agreed, while also bigging up the importance of keeping Ospreay in our family. The importance of staying in that AEW New Japan bubble also seems to have been an important factor for Ospreay himself, who addressed the Japanese fans in a video uploaded to the AEW Japan X account. In the video, Ospreay said he wasn't going anywhere anytime soon, and just because he wants to explore new things doesn't mean he can't come back. As well as this, the importance of wrestling at Wembley for All In was also seemingly a massive deal for both Khan and Ospreay, with the aerial assassin stating as such in his promo at Full Gear. Khan said it was a big priority to inform fans that Ospreay would 100% be at All In before the tickets for the show go on sale on December 1st. Ospreay himself spoke at the Full Gear media scrum and discussed this move, saying in AEW he sees everything that made him fall in love with pro wrestling. A clearly important factor in Ospreay's decision was the prospect of relocating from the UK to the US. While it was reported that Ospreay was willing to do that, with AEW it looks like he and his family can stay put where they are. Ospreay spoke of this, saying, right now, this is the best decision for me and my family. I'm not interrupting my kids' school, my missus can see her parents, I get to be one of the best pro wrestlers that have ever done it, and I get to do it now on weekly TV, and I get to really test myself in these waters. As for the specifics of the deal, Fightful Select is reporting that Ospreay has signed on for over 3 years. Negotiations between the two parties picking up steam in the fall, with the actual contract being signed yesterday morning. As for WWE's interest, Fightful noted that the company had been in contact with Ospreay's reps to gauge interest, as well as find out what kind of schedule and relocation was possible. Fightful noted that while WWE never got official word that Ospreay was instead signing with AEW, they did figure as such this week. So now that the mystery of Tony Khan's mystery signing has been solved, we now look to some clarification surrounding just what the hell Ronda Rousey was doing in AEW on Friday night. While Rousey was a name battered around that could maybe be who TK was alluding to as his big mystery signing for Full Gear, all that was kind of quashed when she showed up unannounced to team with Marina Shafir against Athena and Billy Starks at a recent Ring of Honor TV taping. It was reported by Fightful Select prior to Full Gear that Rousey was on a handshake deal with AEW and had not signed a contract. This is something Khan confirmed at the Full Gear media scrum when he was posed with a question regarding the former WWE and UFC star's status. Khan clarified Rousey's status while suggesting she could appear in the future. She is not signed, but we had a great conversation. Ronda was happy to come here, she was great, the crowd were really excited to see her, and it was a great match. She's a local and lives nearby, and that helped make it possible. Anytime it's convenient, we would love to have her back. In Fightful Select's pre-Full Gear report, it was stated that there is hope on AEW's end that Ronda's appearance can generate subscriptions for Honor Club, and while Rousey's deal with AEW seems very non-committal, there was a suggestion in a post-match angle that she could potentially stick around for at least another. However, as pointed out by Dave Meltzer on Wrestling Observer Radio, this latest run is more a case of Ronda having fun in her local area with her friends than returning to wrestling properly or signing another deal. She didn't leave WWE to go to AEW. Stranger things have happened, but certainly the deal when she left WWE was that she was done with wrestling. Meanwhile, we got confirmation on Full Gear of yet another new AEW championship in the form of the Continental Championship. But it seems this title might be a little different than the others, and the details were a little confusing to say the least. Eddie Kingston announced as part of his involvement in the Continental Classic tournament that he'll be putting up his Ring of Honor World title and New Japan Strong Openweight title on every defense he has in the Continental Classic. But Tony Khan also later clarified that the winner of the tournament would win the Ring of Honor World title, and New Japan Strong title and the Continental title, making them a Triple Crown champion. But that's not really true. If someone else beats Kingston during the tournament, then they would be the What's going on here? Dave Meltzer, help me clarify things. On Wrestling Observer Radio, Meltzer explained the plan. The deal is the Ring of Honor Championship essentially is changed to the Triple Crown Championship. The New Japan Strong title goes away as part of the Triple Crown. The key to this is they have a championship that is defended in New Japan, Ring of Honor, and AEW, and sanctioned by all three, which seems a little redundant to me, considering the Ring of Honor title and the New Japan Strong titles are already defended across all three promotions as it is, but hey, what do I know? So Kingston isn't actually putting his titles on the line for every match in the Continental Classic, it's just the prize at the end? I still don't get that bit, but hey, we'll soon see, won't we, with the tournament set to start on this Wednesday's episode of Dynamite. And hey, fans were upset about some of the stuff that happened on Full Gear last night, but would any of the matches on the show make the top 10 list of worst AEW pay-per-view matches ever? Why not watch TLC, where Luke Tempest and I give our thoughts what we think the top 10 worst are before this pay-per-view, none of which would have actually made my list, but you know.